What up, though? All praises go to the Most High, man. It's your boy Trail, and today I want to talk about us changing our mindset. You know, a lot of us walking around in a scarcity state of mind, man, in a lack of state of mind, in a poor mindset. You know what I mean? And it's really holding us back, man. It's holding us back because it's plenty out here. It's abundant, man. It's abundant, for real, for real. Like, we gotta really learn to realize that, you know, the money is infinite, the happiness is infinite, the joy is infinite, the love is infinite. There's plenty of it out here, you know what I mean? And the reason why your mindset is so important, because when you feel like it ain't enough, you start moving out of desperation. You know, you start moving out of fear. You know what I'm saying? So it's just very, very important for us to realize that it's plenty out here, y'all. It's plenty, man. And if you somewhere where it's like, man, go somewhere where you can feel abundant. Go somewhere where you feel like it's more opportunities, more money, more love, more joy, more people. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, just imagine if you think it ain't enough water out here. If you think it ain't enough water, you're gonna be fighting over water. But look, come on, man, water is abundant. Beauty is abundant, man. It's plenty of it out here for us. Like, it ain't no lack, man. When the Most High created this world, this reality for us, he made it plentiful. He made it plentiful. Everything we need. It's plenty sun, it's plenty air, it's plenty water, and it's plenty food. You know what I mean? So it's like being in that lack mind state, you know, it messes with our attitude, you know, because your thoughts manifest. Your thoughts become your reality. You know what I'm saying? So if you feeling like, man, it ain't no opportunity, it ain't no money out here for me, it ain't no good jobs out here for me, you gonna end up with no opportunities. You gonna end up with a job you really don't want. You gonna end up with no money. You know what I'm saying? So we really gotta understand that, because when you thinking that it's plenty, man, when you thinking that it's more than enough, you moving gracefully. You moving with generosity. You moving with peace. You know what I mean? You don't have that urgency, that urgent need to get up and go, get up and rush, get up and do this, get up and do that. Then you just gonna end up with lag, you know? Because the more you running on this rat race, on this rat wheel, guess what? You getting up every day, you gonna spend money to go to work, where you already feel like you ain't making no money at your job, but you spending money on gas, you spending money on lunch while you at work, you spending money on all these things, and then you get your check, and it ain't enough, which you already knew. You already knew that wasn't enough. So we gotta really learn how to focus on the things that are abundant, man. And everything is abundant. We gotta switch our whole perception, our whole mind state, man, because another thing about when you living in lack, man, you start living a crazy life. You know, you start feeling like you gotta take another person's stuff. You start feeling like you gotta work harder than you really gotta work. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that you don't have to put an effort, you know? I'm not saying that you don't gotta invest in yourself. I'm not saying that you don't gotta invest in what you love. But the things that you investing in, you should invest in things that you feel are abundant. You should invest in things that are gonna make an abundance, you know, create something. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you love food, you know what I mean? You are a great chef and all these things, don't go work for Ruth Chris, you know? And if you do work for Ruth Chris, make that, you know, make sure that you feel like it's enough. Make sure you feel like it's enough, man. Because guess what? You could go start your own restaurant. You could sell plates at your house. And guess what? Then you're going to get all of the money. Then you get all of the abundance that's offered to you. It might take a little more time, but guess what? Every time you get a job, You gotta work a week in a hole. Everybody know that. Come on, I barely even had jobs in my life, and I know this. So if you feel like you're lacking and you trying to go get a job and all this stuff, it's like it's gonna create more and more lack for y'all. It's gonna create more and more lack for us, man. If you feeling like it ain't enough out here and you gotta go take, you gotta, what they say, rob Peter to pay Paul, guess what? Now you got Peter and Paul on your ass. Now everybody on your ass. Now you really are creating lack. Because now you got a lack of opportunities. Now you got a lack of choices. You got a lack of freedom in a sense. You know what I mean? Because you yourself are creating this void, man. We creating all this stuff, man. Because it's plentiful out here, man. It's plenty, man. For real, for real. So I feel like we got to understand that, man. Because your attitude determines your latitude, man. If we feeling like it ain't enough, it's gonna make you not even want to try. What I'm trying for if I feel like it ain't nothing out here? Like if I want some apples and I feel like the grocery store ain't got no apples, I'm feeling like it ain't even no apples out here, I'm not even gonna go to the grocery store. I'm not even gonna make the attempt. I'm not even gonna make the effort. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like is so vital. That's what I feel like we gotta, why the lack mindset, why the scarcity state of mind is so crippling to us. Because if you feel like it ain't there, you ain't even gonna go look for it. If you feel like it ain't nothing out here, if you feel like the love is lacking, you not even gonna be looking for love. You gonna be trying to avoid hate. You know what I mean? So now your whole mind state is centered around hate. Now all you seeing is hate because you trying to avoid the hate. But if you feel like it's an abundance of love, you looking for the love in people. And yeah, you might come across a few haters. Yeah, you might come across a few naysayers. Yeah, you might come across a few doubters. But that ain't even gonna deter you because you know it's an abundance of love. It's an abundance of people who willing to encourage you. It's an abundance of people who are rooting for you. It's an abundance of people who got your back. You know what I mean? That's what you gotta look for, man. Because one thing about focus and one thing about mindset, why it's so important, is because this is like your channel, man. This is like your channel. What you tuned into is what you gonna see out here. What your frequency is on is what you're gonna be. That's how you gonna be vibrating. You know, that's gonna determine your vibe, man. That's gonna determine your everything, man. So we gotta really understand that it's plenty out here, man. It's plenty out here, man. God ain't stopped making it when he gave them, son. When he gave that person $1 million, guess what? It's $1 million waiting for you too, you know? The Most High is so abundant. You know, my favorite thing to say is like, from abundance was taken, and abundance still remains. That's God. That's this world. That's this reality we live in. Cause now it's getting so to the point where everything is digital. You know what I mean? Your life could change with one transaction, man. No 2 days is the same, man. You can make an invention and have that invention for 2 years. And literally, some person discover it, and tomorrow you a billionaire. Because there's companies out here that got plenty billions. It's $1 trillion companies out here. It's a company that the idea that you thought that didn't really mean nothing. You knew it was a good idea. You knew it could help people because it helped you. You know, you thought of something like, man, this could help me. And it could help everybody, you know, essentially, that got those same needs as you. And, you know, it seemed like nothing to you for real. But to these companies, to these mass producers, to these people who already know the science behind being a consumer and a buyer, that little idea is worth $1 billion, man. It's worth $1 billion because they know they can take that idea and put it on a mass production scale, and they can make trillions off of it. They can make an infinite amount of money. It could be something like tissue. Come on, man. Y'all think the person who made tissue only made $1 billion off of tissue or $1 trillion? He's making infinite money. I just went and bought some tissue, man. We buying tissue every day, man. Everybody is, the whole world, man. During COVID, it was like a lack of tissue. At least that's what they made us think, so we could get out here and buy all the tissue. But guess what? It couldn't have been a lack of tissue, because it's 6 years later and we still got tissue. It's still tissue out here, man. So we gotta really understand how important this mindset is for us, man, because every day people telling us we ain't got enough. Every day people telling us we ain't good enough. Every day people telling us it ain't enough out here. Everybody telling us rush, 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 rush. Go get it, go get it, go get it. But what we gotta understand, if we keep rushing, if we keep going to get it, we're gonna be like just like all the other people who out here rushing. All the other people who out here just going to get it every day. And even if they feel like they got enough money, or you feel like they got enough money, they don't. Because if they did, they wouldn't be rushing. They'd be chilling somewhere. If you felt like you had plenty money, too much money, you wouldn't be rushing. Even if you was creating. You know what I mean? Even if you creating something, you still wouldn't be rushing, man, because you understand that time is abundant. You understand? You got plenty time, man. All these people who y'all see that's so rich and that's ruling the world, man, let's dim it down a little bit. All of our parents who have houses and who have cars and think about how old they is, man. A lot of them 45, 50, 60, 70 years. They supposed to be having that stuff, y'all. They supposed to be. They put in the time. They took their time. When they was 20s, 30s, you know, they ain't have all that stuff. They was struggling just like us, just like we do. You know what I mean? Because it takes time to build a strong foundation, man. And if you out here rushing, your foundation gonna be super weak, man. It's not gonna be sturdy. It's not gonna be stable, especially when you ain't got a good team, a good support system behind you, you know? So you gotta take your time, man. You gotta be willing to understand. I got plenty time, man. All the people, it's Warren Buffett, man, before he turned 50, he made majority of his wealth, like 90% of his wealth, after he was 50. After he was 50 years old. So just think, if he gave up when he was 40, if he looked at the world like, dang, I'm 40, I only got 200 million, 300 million, this is life. This it for me. I mean, just chill. Nah, he ain't say that. He like, I'm finna take my time with it. He hit 50, and what he worth now? 300, 400 billion, whatever he worth, he got that after he turned 50. If he worth 50 billion, he only had 1 billion. Or almost $1 billion before he turned 50, and then he had 50, and it just started taking off, y'all. It started taking off. So we gotta really understand this stuff, man. Bill Gates and all these people, man, yeah, they had some money there, they was straight. But man, they got their real paper when they turned 50, late 40s, early 50s, mid 50s, man. Cause that's the way of the world, man. If you live until you 80, we gotta stop feeling like at 40, we old. That's only half of your life. How you old? You older. You know what I mean? You might have made some bad decisions in your early years that made you feel like you so old, but you not old, man. You got a whole life. It's an abundance of time out here. Come on, man. I know I'm gonna live till I'm 120 years old. So if I'm gonna live till I'm 120 years old and I'm 33, what, I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off trying to make these ends meet and scrape all this stuff together? No, I got plenty. I got 90 more years behind me, man. I got 87 more years, man, of this living, man, of this life, man, of this beautiful world, man. You know what I'm saying? So we got to really embrace that, man, and get out of that scarcity mindset, man, and feel good about yourself, man. Feel good, man. You beautiful, man. You are abundant, man. You do got God inside of you, so you are God. Embrace the God in you, man, because God is abundant. You can't get more abundant than God. We all know that, man. He's forever expanding, forever growing. The energy is forever creating. You know what I'm saying? So I love y'all, man. Good thoughts, good vibes.